So I'm sure that he ain't gonna change. He's gonna be who he is. And again, he don't bother me. I don't think 2 seconds about none of that because he's not on my level. You know what I mean? It's like he's not talking about business. You know what I mean? It's just giving his opinion, trying to promote his son. I don't agree with.
Floyd told me many years, probably go 25 years ago, that what kind of person he was. But initially, I'm just being honest, I didn't believe him. I had to see it for myself.
Yeah.
And my description of him, he's a horrible person.
Leonard Ellerbe just dropped some heavy information in his recent interview. The former head of Mayweather Promotions didn't hold back. He shared private details about Floyd Mayweather's money issues and confirmed that Floyd is dealing with serious debt and bankruptcy problems. He also said the same financial trouble that reportedly kept Floyd in Dubai last year has now come back again.
Living the American dream, man. You got 55 cars, 40 girlfriends.
Well, actually,
you're a billionaire now, right? Come on, let's salute this billionaire on stage.
But how many years ago you was broke? When I say broke, you ain't have a lot of money, you was just barely making it.
The way he spoke made fans question his motive. Some wondered if this was revenge after being removed from his CEO role. People remember when Gervonta Davis said Floyd was stuck in Dubai. Ellerby claims that was real. Floyd was allowed to leave only after agreeing to clear his debts within a year. If he failed, he had to return and face the situation again. During the interview, Ellerby first avoided talking about Floyd's finances, but once the interviewer pushed him, he decided to respond directly.
Floyd had posted that you was no longer a part of Mayweather Promotions. You care to say anything about that?
There's nothing to say other than I appreciate the opportunity to do something amazing. We had an incredible run, and I'm forever grateful and thankful. Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yeah.
That's blessed.
I love to hear that shit.
According to Ellerby, Floyd couldn't settle what he owed, so he had to go back to Dubai to honor his promise. At the same time, Floyd was surrounded by other controversies, including talk of a $42 million mansion in New York, unpaid jewelry bills, and tax troubles. Ellerby said it might look like Floyd ran away, but that's not what happened. He explained that things are even tougher for Floyd in Dubai. He owes jewelry stores and has tax matters pending. In Dubai, the debt is said to be in the hundreds of millions. Once that is handled, he still has to deal with legal issues in the United States.
And, which he's done a good job thus far. But then sometimes there's a line that you cross with some of the things and you turn some people off.
Ellerby also revealed why he left Mayweather Promotions. He said Floyd's financial problems and poor business decisions pushed him to step away. It wasn't easy, but he felt he had no option. He said Floyd made too many mistakes, and he kept facing the consequences of those choices. After a long time dealing with it, he decided he couldn't continue.
For years, yeah. And I'm like, what is it about him that sort of
he's always been jealous of Floyd. He's always been jealous of Floyd, and if that ain't obvious, I don't know what it is.
Fans quickly reacted online. One person said Floyd's biggest issue is overspending. Many athletes lose their money after retirement because they spend too much and invest badly. The fan also suggested Floyd might exaggerate his wealth since his brand depends on looking rich. Another fan disagreed with the Dubai story, saying only his main passport would be flagged and he could travel if he wanted. They guessed he may have had a dispute with someone powerful in the UAE.
Just barely making it.
Today, I ran all the way in here.
Why?
Because I couldn't even buy a bus ticket.
That's crazy.
But you still had 55 cars.
No, I don't.
What happened?
Well, I bought myself some crack.
Dang.
And then more crack.
More theories followed. One fan mentioned possible money laundering. Another claimed Floyd lost money at a casino after being given credit, then tried to leave without paying, promising to settle it later. According to that story, police surrounded his jet and stopped him from flying out until the matter was resolved. A critic mocked him, saying he shows off online while drowning in debt. They even joked about calling him Floyd No Money Mayweather, saying he wasted his fortune and now owes dangerous people in Dubai.
With the disrespect thing, that's just something I don't get into. Floyd's a legend in the sport. He's accomplished everything in the sport. Beat everybody's TBE.
Ellerby also said Floyd overestimated how much he would make from his last exhibition fight. He claimed Floyd earned around $20 to $25 million, which is far less than what he owes. That's why he is pushing hard for another exhibition, possibly with Jake Paul. If he doesn't repay the debt after all this time, the situation could turn serious. Still, many people question these claims because Floyd continues to display a luxury lifestyle.
Oh no, none of these guys are like Floyd. Floyd was.
Some fans now accuse Ellerby of betrayal for revealing private information. Others argue Floyd betrayed him first. They believe Floyd acted wrongly before Ellerby ever spoke out. Even though Ellerby stayed silent about Floyd's debt and controversies for a long time, he eventually chose to speak. There are reports that after leaving the company, he began sharing details about Floyd's assets and movements with authorities.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over, check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Rick Glazer supported parts of the story. Floyd's public appearances made some people believe the rumors were false or that he quietly handled the issue. However, Ellerby insists Floyd was truly restricted in Dubai. He said Floyd was released only after his bank accounts were frozen until the debt was paid. Because of his close position in the company, Ellerby claimed he knew about this before it became public, even before Gervonta Davis mentioned it. He added that Floyd is back in the US, but the Dubai problem is still unresolved.
What? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them. We're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on.
Although Ellerby didn't reveal every detail, other leaks backed up his claims. Reports say Floyd received a large amount of credit at a private casino in Dubai and lost it gambling. Since legal casinos do not operate publicly there, it was likely a private setup. After that, police reportedly surrounded his private jet at the airport, and he couldn't access his money because his accounts were blocked.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
During that time, Floyd could move freely within Dubai and continue living comfortably, but he was not allowed to leave the country. Security was placed around his jet to prevent departure. Many believe he owes hundreds of millions and may be paying over $20 million each month toward debt. Critics say instead of cutting back, he kept spending heavily, which only added to his problems. Dubai is known for being strict with unpaid debt. The media stayed mostly quiet, and even the White House made no comment. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis continued hinting that Floyd was being held over financial issues, and Ellerby's statements match those rumors. For years, Ellerby never publicly exposed Floyd, which makes this situation surprising.
Just out of curiosity, bro, you said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying,
After leaving Mayweather Promotions, Ellerby entered a new field. He stepped into women's college basketball and quickly found success. He attended a press conference in Pennsylvania to announce a player's transfer to Penn State. He now works as an advisor on NIL deals. Ellerby spent 17 years with Floyd before their split last June. During that time, he promoted Floyd's biggest pay-per-view fights, including the major event against Manny Pacquiao at MGM Grand in Las Vegas.
Talked a little about big news came down yesterday. Leonard Ellerbe no longer in at Mayweather Promotions. Seems like that's happened a couple times over the course of the years back. Because I remember years ago I was thinking Richard Schaefer was going to take over, but now apparently that is happening. Thoughts on Leonard Ellerbe making his way out?
I think Leonard is still in a good position, and I don't think that it was any animosity between Floyd.
The Mayweather Versus Pacquiao fight generated over $600 million and broke US pay-per-view records with about 4.4 million buys. After the split, Floyd announced Ellerby's departure on Instagram. His role was taken over by Richard Schaefer, former CEO of Golden Boy Promotions. One fan said it was long overdue and claimed people defended Ellerby blindly because of his connection to Gervonta Davis.
And Leonard, I just think that it was just time for him to move on.
Of course, Leonard is very wrapped up in PBC type stuff here with this promotion and everything that they do. Do you think that played any part in him leaving Mayweather Promotions?
I guess it could have played a part. I mean, if you're in between promotions and you're working with one and you're not working with the other.
Another fan made a strange comment about Ellerby's facial hair, saying it never looked real to them. Someone else remembered how he rose from being close to Floyd in the early days to becoming CEO. Another critic questioned whether Mayweather Promotions could move forward successfully without him.
I mean, yeah, so, but I don't think there was no, like I said, I don't think there was no animosity or anything, because even Floyd always spoke as, you know, he would always say that, you know, when Al Heyman has fights, you know, because he can always get his fighters on Al Heyman's show.
I mean, do you think it was a little difficult for Leonard being in a tough spot, because obviously very close to Tank here, and then
some fans criticized Richard Schaefer's recent record. They pointed to failed projects and fighters whose careers didn't grow under his leadership. Even though rumors had been circulating, the official announcement still surprised many. Ellerby had been close to Floyd since the start of his career, but recent struggles show the company has changed.
Of course, we know Floyd and Tank had their ups and downs, so mostly downs recently. Yeah, so do you think that was...
Yeah, that makes it tough. That makes it tough. That makes it where, you know, he basically... Because a lot of times friends want you to pick sides. But, I mean, Leonard's smart enough not to pick sides.
Floyd's uncle, Jeff Mayweather, also spoke about the tension between Floyd and Gervonta Davis. After Davis left the company, both sides started criticizing each other publicly. At one point, Davis even pushed the Dubai rumor. Jeff admitted it was very difficult for Ellerby to handle that conflict. He said friends often expect you to pick a side, but Leonard chose to stay neutral and focus on business.
Not to pick sides, and he just kept it business.
It seems like Mayweather Promotions is kind of, over the last few years, not had the place of prominence that it had previously. Do you think that was part of it too, or it seemed like it's kind of more of an afterthought at this point?
Well, I mean, I just think that...
Jeff added that when fighters are not getting opportunities, they look for change. Floyd first announced the split on social media. After confusion and reactions from fans, he went live to explain further. He posted an old photo with Richard Schaefer and shared a message thanking Leonard Ellerbe for his leadership and dedication. The post stated that Leonard played a major role in building Mayweather Promotions and contributing to its success.
I mean... It got to a point where, you know, I started hearing a lot of young fighters saying that, they're not getting fights, you know, and
Jeff later hinted that internal issues may have led to the separation. He said some young fighters were complaining about not getting fights and claimed Ellerby was spending more time working with PBC instead of focusing fully on Mayweather Promotions. Jeff admitted he did not know who was responsible, but said when work slows down, change usually follows. That's all for now. For more boxing updates, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future content. Until next time.